They're out on the track for the next event in these glorious conditions. The sun actually shining now, probably about the first time in July, if my memory serves me right, in this part of northeast London. It's a women's steeplechase.
And it features the world record holder, Beatrice Chepkoech there, 32 years old now, and just showing signs of rediscovering her strength against an ever-increasing crop of young competitors, and they include Jacqueline Chepkoech, just left of picture there, who's only 19, the Commonwealth Games champion. Look out for her today. Chrissy Gear, the US champion as well. There is Beatrice Chepkoech, who set that world record in Monaco, where we were on Friday in 2018. One of those magical evenings, really hot and sticky, but it was a beautiful performance. Amy Pratt, the former British record holder, next to Lizzie Bird, who's the current British record holder. And plenty of talent from France and Poland. And Tank as well. Poppy Tank, 25 years old. National champion for Great Britain a few weeks ago.
Just hearing, Chris, that the barriers aren't all out correctly as yet, so there's a slight delay on this race. Just getting them in race and should be ready any second.
Well, that's good to know, isn't it? So the water jump, which I hope is there long ago, water jump, and of course 4 barriers per lap, 7.5 laps of the track, and of course the steeplechase. Well, we've seen so many brilliant performances this year, particularly in the men's race, and here we have the women on their marks and ready to go. So 7.5 laps of the track, the 4 barriers now in place, the water jump as well, and the green wave light. And again, if you're new to that, I hope you think it's adding something to our coverage. It's the lights that have been digitally and electronically set on the curb there that allow the pacemakers and all the athletes to judge the speed and the tempo which they're going. And the tempo that they've asked for here is meeting record pace, world lead pace, 9 minutes and bits, 9:0071, set by Sembo Alimeu in Florence at the start of the season, and that equates to around 72 seconds per lap. So looking to go through the first kilometre in just under 3 minutes. It keeps the maths very simple: 1K in 3 minutes, 2K in 6 minutes, and hopefully coming through at the end in 9 minutes. But Beatrice Chepkoech there is so experienced, and for me, Tim, just started to lose her way last year. There were 1 or 2 little injury niggles that meant she wasn't at her best, but she's got from strength to strength this year and has put in some brilliant performances so far in 2023.
Yeah, she's been improving nice and steadily as Chepkoech. That's a world record, still stands out there, way ahead of the next best time in history. Some 8 seconds quicker, 8.5 seconds quicker than anything else in history. And what I like about her too is that she's a great racer on the flat. She's not a specialist steeplechaser, that is her prime event, but she's wonderful on the 3,000 and the 5,000 on the flats as well. She brings that to the table, so to speak.
So Chepkoech leading Chepkoech at the moment behind the pacemakers, and these two are pulled well clear of Chrissy Gear there. You can see leading the charge from the chasers, and Amy Pratt is in there as well. But the 2 Kenyans with the same surname, with very different experiences, are leading the way.
So, Tina Sutej, then third and final attempt at 4.80 m for the World Indoor Championships bronze medalist from last year. This would be a lifetime best, and no wonder. Well, it's there. A psychological barrier as much as the physical barrier of a new personal best. Always daunting in the verticals. Well, here's Katie Moon. This is her 3rd attempt at 4.80. Now, she knows this is within her compass. She's been there and done it before, and she does it today. Brilliant from Moon. Oh, yes. There was pressure there. 3rd and final attempt for the Olympic champion, the world champion to boot. And she stays in the fight. Murto, we saw go over 2nd time of asking. The Finn sitting pretty at the moment in 1st place. And Moon, although she's gone clear here, is in 2nd and needs to clear the next height. The bar will move up to 4.86. Phew. Well, we saw her smiles after her 2nd attempt, that failure. She knew she could get it right. Gives it a little clip on the way up, a little clip on the way down, but the arc was more than high enough. Nina Kennedy then cleared 4:71 at the third time. We're asking now. The World Championship bronze medalist refusing there at the third time at 4.80 meters. Well, that's a shame. That would have been a season's best. Her lifetime best from 2 years ago is beyond this, 4.82. She bows out there, Kennedy, and will finish in 4th place.
Well, these two Kenyans, Chepkoech still way out in front. The lead now must be 30-40 meters. They went through the first kilometre well inside the world lead pace of 2:58, 2:54.98, so just inside 2:55. So way ahead of the wave light that we mentioned to you earlier on. And it's Beatrice Chepkoech, the world record holder, remember, who is leading the way from her namesake and her compatriot, the youngster Jacqueline Chepkoech. And I remember you did the commentary, I think, at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham last year of Jacqueline Chepkoech.
Yes, and Jacqueline Chepkoech, the namesake, is a superb athlete, and she's tucked in behind now. She's got, again, as we saw in the 5,000 metres earlier, almost the perfect pacemaker. But Chris, let's just remind everybody, that 2:54.98 is pretty much world record schedule through 1 kilometre. Under 2:55, the world record, remember, stands at 8:44 for Beatrice Chepkoech. So this middle kilometre is important. She'll be annoyed that she's got her namesake just tucked in there behind her, and maybe that will push her to make the pace intense through this middle section. This is critical. Yeah,
this second kilometre is absolutely crucial. The temperature rising steadily. It's very pleasant at the moment. Nothing for the athletes to worry about. Negotiated the water jump there, but Chepkoech in second place, the younger of the two. Just to remind you, only 19 years old, won the Commonwealth Games championship title last year, opened up a 50-metre lead very early on in that race in Birmingham, and never relinquished it. She was second, by the way, in the Kenyan trials to the woman right in front of her now by about 5 seconds, and she was second also to her in Florence in the Diamond League earlier this year. So these two know each other well. They've got history. So it's the youngster on the left, Jacqueline Chepkoech, and the world record holder at 32 on the right, leading the way. And it just sensed, Tim, that it's maybe just slowed a tad. We'll get a second kilometre split in the next few seconds.
Yeah, ideally at 2K it would have been around 5:50 if they were going to keep on schedule for a shot at the world record, but it's way outside that now. This second kilometre has slowed dramatically. Look at that, 6:01. So 3:06 that second kilometre, over 10 seconds slower than the opening kilometre segment. That's a bit of a shame, but nonetheless, maybe Beatrice Chepkoech, but she's calling the shots here, Chris. She's controlling things, and the younger athlete behind her namesake Jacqueline Chepkoech, while a smart racer, is actually maybe playing into her hand here, and not say that.
Yeah, well, the handbrake's off, isn't it? And off she goes, she's away. That was a dramatic, decisive break there, coming into the home straight with 2 to go. So, is that a race-winning break from the younger Chepkoech? It was almost like the turbo injection, wasn't it? The turbo chargers just went on. She pressed the button and away she went.
It'll be fascinating, Chris, to see what she can cover this next couple of laps in, because although she's stuttering in front of a lot of these barriers, she has injected pace. When you think they were on world record schedule for about 3 or 4 laps, and then it's eased, and I think she sensed that maybe Beatrice Chepkoech behind her was really faltering, not just playing a tactical game. So she has kicked on. The injection was quite spectacular. Now I wonder just how quickly she can run this final kilometre, because if she can really pound this next 500 metres, it's going to be super quick and a long way under 9 minutes.
Well, 9 minutes 71 hundredths is the world lead. Just having a little look over her shoulder to see her namesake spluttering out of the water jump there, and Chepkoech with one more barrier to go on the penultimate lap, and she'll hear the bell. She hasn't shaken off Beatrice Chepkoech absolutely just yet. These two well clear, by the way, of the rest of the field. Here is the bell, 400 to go. What can she do from here? Pressing on, 4 barriers to negotiate, make that 3. One more water jump to come. Jacqueline Chepkoech pouring it on. The youngster now has a lead of about 10 metres. Another barrier negotiated. Down the back straight for the last time. 2:50 to go. Looking smooth. Her technical prowess over the jumps isn't perhaps the best, but her speed between them, that was better. Didn't break her stride there, and I think she's got this race won. 200 to go.
Looking tired though now, Chris. There's real sort of labouring element to her approach to that barrier with the back straight around this bend. As you say, she has got it won into the last 150 now, and she's done the damage with that acceleration.
Out of the water jump for the last time, just one barrier to come. The crowd on the home straight will greet her and roar her on. Can she get under 9 minutes? It's going to be a tall order. That middle kilometre, which slowed appreciably. There is the target, the world lead of 9 minutes and 71. It's going to be very close, but I think she's going to do it. She is going to do it. It's a sub-9 clocking. It's 8:57.36. It is the fastest time in the world this year. She's not, what, 2.5 seconds off that. That was held by Sembo Alameo from Florence, so she smashed that apart. Amy Pratt coming in with the home crowd roaring her on. Wayman, the American, in pursuit. So Amy Pratt comes home for a really creditable third place, and ahead of her, the world record holder, Beatrice Chepkoech. But the meeting record has gone. Another brilliant performance from her, and just maybe the changing of the guard is starting to be felt here in Kenyan and world-class steeplechasing. She'll have enjoyed that. So, enjoying herself, isn't she, in the UK? Winner in Birmingham at the Commonwealth Games last year, and now here in London for the first time. Jacqueline Chepkoech, the winner.
Interesting though, Chris, isn't it? Because Beatrice Chepkoech beat her comfortably by about 5 seconds in the Kenyan World Championship trials a couple of weeks back. And yet here, Jacqueline Chepkoech in a different class almost, because she's won by a huge margin there. Very, very comfortably as well. And that gulf behind her is testament to how powerfully she injected pace a couple of laps out and open up the winning margin on the world record holder. Wow.
Well, that winning feeling, very, very good indeed. So the world recorder, Beatrice Chepkoech, in second place.
Well, over to this pole vault now.